What's up, you guys? We are going to get into some frequently asked questions about breaking into tech. I've been speaking more so on the tech industry because tech sales is what I meant. I've been speaking more on tech sales because that is the career path that I chose specifically. We already got some people rolling in. As you guys roll in, like, put where you're from. It's cool to see, like, I mean, because this is TikTok, so it's cool to see people, you know, just over a variety of places, like all over the world, like tuning in. So I'm just trying to get some of these questions in order, and we're going to dive right in. But you guys already know, if you have questions, you know, that you want to ask regarding breaking into the tech industry, it could be about anything. Like, feel free to put it in the chat, like, and I will answer those questions. But I do have some questions here in front of me as well. So yeah, that's what we're going to do today. This is what, part 4 now? So, all right, let's just go ahead and get into it. But, I didn't even title this video. Basically, we're talking about breaking into the tech industry where you don't need a degree, no previous experience. You can make an average starting salary around $60K in tech sales. Link is in my bio. If you are interested in starting a new career, maybe you're fresh out of high school. They definitely got like some 16, 17-year-olds breaking into tech, making more money than a lot of people I know. And I'm 30. And I know a lot of people who are still living paycheck to paycheck, and they don't know how to get out of that. And yeah, this is a great career field that you can literally get started within the next, I probably say like 2 to 3 months. But yeah, the name of the, what do you call it? The boot camp is called Course Careers. So if you go to the link in my bio, and you'll see where it says Course Careers, somebody said I'm interested. Okay, so my advice to anybody who is ever interested, my advice is to have a peace of mind first. Do your research. Don't ever do something because somebody on the internet told you to do it. That is the first way to get scammed and played, okay? Do your research. I'm only sharing with you guys what worked for me. But I am a firm believer of people thinking for themselves and doing their research. Even though I'm fully convinced and I'm like, this is the career that I'm in. I work in the tech industry. I know it's legit. I know working in tech is bringing in some good money, and I see all this. But y'all, it's like, y'all are grown, but I feel like I have to teach that anyway, because I know people personally that are grown as well, but they be getting played out here. Okay, so all that to say, do your research on the tech industry. Ask ChatGPT. What is the tech industry? Ask people you know personally, people that you trust. What is the tech industry? What are the different jobs within the tech industry? Yeah. And then, so what you can do, a way that you can start, if you go to the link in my bio, it'll take you to my link tree. And I think it's the very first one on there. It says Course Careers. Course Careers is like a mini college. I have a master's degree. I went to school in Oklahoma back in the day for undergrad. Then I went to grad school, got a master's degree at Azusa Pacific University in Southern California in clinical psychology. I am not a hater on going to college. But what I will say is that I accumulated a lot of debt. There's still money I'm paying back to this day. And the fact that I made a career change, thank you, appreciate it. And I don't regret that. I tell people all the time, like, I don't regret, that journey. But what I do regret is the amount of money that I spent paying for college. And it's just funny because just last year, I decided I'm going to make a career change. So instead of clinical psychology, I'm going to do tech. I'm going to break into the tech industry. I went through Course Careers, which is what I'm telling you guys about, the link in my bio. And I was like, which career am I going to do? It was like, okay, they got tech sales, UI, UX design, all these different courses that they offer. I chose tech sales, finished the course within 3 weeks to a month. And within the next few months, I landed a position and they offered me $75,000 a year. I didn't know nothing about tech at all. That's why when I be telling y'all, like, it don't matter if you were a janitor, a school teacher, daycare, if you coming from being a corrections officer, if you coming from it doesn't matter what your previous career was, or you could have been working at Starbucks. I mean, it doesn't matter. If you want to switch over and start a career in the tech industry, you don't have to know anything. Course Careers literally will teach you everything that you need to know to get started. And then once you get that certificate of completion, that just shows that you invested in yourself, that you're credible. You put that on your LinkedIn, And then, okay, someone said they're going for cybersecurity. Okay, yeah, that is definitely in the tech industry. But yeah, so you put that on your LinkedIn, and then you start to apply to these jobs, different tech companies, and then you're gonna start getting responses in your email. Unfortunately, you're gonna get the ones that say, sorry, we went with somebody else. But you only need one yes. That is my thing. You only need one yes. And because it's the tech industry, they're always hiring all the time. And tech sales specifically pays really well for an entry level position. So, like I said, my first offer last October, so it's literally exactly been a year since I've been in tech. Yeah, my first offer was for $75,000 a year. I was like, I just started. You know what I mean? And you can move up if I wanted to. I could be like, okay, I think I want to try to become an account executive, or you can move up. But yeah. Anyways, let's get into some of these questions. So basically, this is like some tech Q&A, frequently asked questions. So I'm going to go through some frequently asked questions that I already have up right here. And then you guys can also put some questions in here. And thank you. Appreciate it. But I'll probably be on here for like maybe 30 minutes. I said that last time and I ended up being on here for like 90 minutes. So anyways, we're going to get into it. So, and I do post these lives on my YouTube channel. So if you want to, maybe you can't sit here and watch this live, but no worries, because they're posted on my YouTube channel. So in my YouTube channel, the YouTube icon, the link is in my bio as well. So you can always go there and subscribe. So you can always watch these later if you need to. So, all right. So yeah, feel free to put questions in here, and I'm going to read off some of these here. So let's see. Let's pull up one of these. How old do you have to be to break into tech? I'm approaching my senior year of high school and I'm looking to start a career in the tech industry. What's crazy is that people are literally breaking into tech as early as, and going through course careers. The course I'm talking about, going through that as early as age 16. I wish I would have knew about this before I went to college and grad school. People are literally breaking in right when they finish high school. Like doing the course in their senior year. That way, when they graduate, they're like, I'm going straight into tech. I mean, it's the same thing going to college. It's like, well, you're taking a course that you could finish in a few weeks and you can literally start working towards breaking into the tech industry. So a lot of young people are doing it. And it's just funny because when I landed my first role, my coworkers, from my manager to like just different coworkers, like they were so young. Like I think my manager was like, I don't know, maybe 30. I think he was actually younger than that. I don't know. I don't remember his age, but it was young. But I just know my coworkers, I was meeting people and it was like, oh, you're 26. Oh, you're 21. Oh, it was like, but you're making more money than me. You're somebody, you're like, not who I report to, but it's like you're an account executive and you're 26. Like it was just crazy. Like people are young making big money, like the tech industry is really booming. So yeah, you can literally be as young as being fresh out of high school and you can go straight into that. What's the oldest person you know that broke into tech? The oldest person I know like personally, I know, I would say, well, for sure somebody I know that's like 35, but honestly, no, because even like coworkers, having coworkers who are like 40 something in their 50s, it's like, it doesn't, like there's people who are older in the tech industry. Like, it's not like, oh, it's just a whole bunch of young people. It's like, no, but it's a blend. The point though, is that usually when you think of somebody making $90,000 a year, $120,000 a year, you're not thinking of a 21-year-old. You know what I mean? Like, you don't think of a 20-year-old bringing in six figures, but in tech you do. You see that a lot. all the time in tech. Like usually you think that's something that, you know, once you get to 40 years old, maybe 30, 35, 40, but it's like, nah, like they got some young people in here. Let's see. What are you guys saying? I'm about to do the course. Okay, for sure. Let me know if you ever need any help, guidance, DM me. I say this to people all the time. I do respond. It just, you know, it might take a minute because there's a lot of y'all and only one of me. But yeah, I am trying to be available to people who are trying to break into the tech industry because, you know, like it's better when you're doing it with other people and you're not just feeling like I'm doing this by myself with my computer at home and it's just me. It's like, and for one, when you do the course, like they have a whole Discord family of a whole bunch of people that are all doing the course just like you. And it's in a Discord group that you become a part of that community. So you're not ever by yourself. Like you network like crazy. You get to meet people and be like, dang, you free to like do some interview practice? Like, are you free to like, well, what does this mean? I'm confused on this. Like, and yeah, everybody's helping each other. Like the community within Course Careers is like super helpful, but I am also a resource as well. If you ever want to send me a DM, if you ever have a question, and if you ever want like one-on-one time, you can always book a consultation with me, which is if you go to the link in my bio, it's my link tree, but one of the links is my Calendly link. And I do consultations for like 30 minutes on Zoom, undivided attention. I get to meet you and whatever it is that you need, whether it's resume help, LinkedIn, getting your LinkedIn set up, even though the course does that, helps you with that regardless. You know, some people just want that hands-on, like additional help or whatever, and just networking and building like relationships. Like I enjoy all my consultations because I get to meet new people and we follow each other on social media and it's just cool. So anyways, let's keep going, but congrats though. Congrats ahead of time. And just make sure you use the link that's in my bio when you do sign up for the course so that you can get the $50 off. Because that would just suck for you to miss out on the $50. Because my link, it's already built in. It will give you $50 off. Okay. Let's see what other questions we got. Let's see. And you guys can also put questions in here. Let me just check. Random question. Are you attending Afro Tech in Austin? No, I'm not. I'm not going to be, right? I'm currently in Texas right now, but I'm not from here. I'm from Southern California. Shout out to Los Angeles and Rancho Cucamonga, West Covina. Those are just all the cities I'm like from and connected to. But no, I will not be there. I want to go so bad. Like I follow them, Afrotech, and one day coming up soon, I'm gonna make my way to something that they're doing. But no, I won't be there though. But definitely post about it, like, or let me know. I'm sure I'm gonna see a lot of footage. Let's see. Somebody said the new Silicon Valley. I wish you could come. I'll update you with it. Yeah, for sure. Definitely update me and let me know how it goes. What difficulties did you overcome in tech sales when you first started out? What difficulties did I overcome? Okay, I could break this up into a couple things. So for one, I would say mental difficulties. Like there's this whole thing that like we say all the time is like imposter syndrome. It's like you almost feel like an imposter. Like, you know what an imposter is, like somebody that's pretending to be somebody else. Like you almost feel like, can I, you know, like when you hear just certain terms like a business development representative, and that's my job title, and you know, like I can be an account executive, and you're meeting with the CEO of this huge tech company, and you're like, is this really what I'm doing? I'm making $75,000 a year, and then I can literally be making $90,000, $120,000. You almost feel like, especially if you came from working like at Best Buy or Amazon warehouse or something, you kind of feel like this happened so fast. Like I did the course, finished the course through Course Careers, and just in like a couple months. Like I did interviews and landed a position, and now I'm hired and I'm here, and everything just starts, and you feel like your income just goes up drastically. You're like, okay, I could buy me a new car now. I can live comfortably. I can get me a new apartment or whatever. And it's like things are just changing, and you're this person working remote. It's like it's a lot happening so fast that you almost feel like, am I supposed to be here? Especially being a Black woman. Like we talk about that all the time. For some reason, when I first heard about tech, I thought it was like for older white people, like men specifically. That's what I was just thinking. Like the tech industry just sounded like that's who would be working in it, you know? And I was like, yeah. So anyways, the mental and emotional, like, can I do this? You know what I mean? Like that was challenging. And then also what other difficulties did I overcome? I think you might not think this is as important, but working from home is the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. But at the same exact time, you have to really have good time management skills and organizational skills. Like you don't have a manager breathing down your neck all the time and over your shoulder. And when you get a taste of that freedom of like, I can make a Starbucks run. I'm working from home. I can work from my bed. I can work from anywhere. You know, I had my little season where I went down a little bit because I was getting too comfortable. I was just like chilling in the bed, didn't even like change out of my pajamas yet. And then, you throw a shirt on for your like a team meeting for 30 minutes and then you put your pajamas back on and you chilling. And it's like, okay, I'm not being as organized and I'm not working as efficiently and effectively. And I remember one time my manager was like, we had a meeting in our one-on-one and he was just like, basically saying like, my numbers were just down. Like when it comes to being on target and on track to like hitting quota at the end of the month. And he was just like, yeah, like it seems like let's walk through your schedule. Like let's walk through your day and how because you make your own schedule. That's another thing. You make your own schedule. You're working from home. But it's like, you got to work though, like, yeah, you got the flexibility, you could do what you want, but you got to know how to really manage that. So that was pretty difficult, like finding that balance. And then once I found it though, I was like, okay, I'm going to really be about it. I'm going to really be like this business woman that's really handling business, but I'm going to also I'm going to work hard so that I can enjoy the freedom and the flexibility. Like I had to really find that balance. So that was a little difficult as well. And then also like the pressure and like the competitiveness of hitting quota and, that's something difficult too to overcome. Anyways, let me get back to some other questions. Okay. Somebody said, I think it's my shirt. Like my sweater is obviously this gray color, and then the text on the screen, your guys' comments are like, it's popping up white. So I'm like struggling to read it. If I put my hand like this, oh, easy. I'm doing Bloom Tech. I'm about to hold my hand up like this whole time. I'm doing Bloom Tech. This is my motivation to keep going. I've never even heard of Bloom Tech. Yeah, I've never heard of that, but okay. Like it's tech and I know that tech pays well, and it's not just that it pays well, but it's also a very secure career field because technology is literally everywhere and it's always evolving and it's not going nowhere. So you will always have a job, and tech companies are hiring all the time. I've never heard of Bloom Tech. I've heard of FinTech, like financial tech. I've heard of Ed Tech, educational tech, Gov Tech, government tech, but I've never heard of Bloom Tech. So that's new. But congrats. Yeah, keep going. Somebody said, I'm about to take the final exam next week. Any tips? The final exam through Course Careers. Let me answer this real quick. Someone else's question. Is this for tech sales? Yes, this is for tech sales. I'm talking about tech sales because I can only speak from my own experience. And, Course Careers offers different courses, UI, UX design, and customer success, and other stuff. But I can only speak personally for Course Careers. But yeah, so to get back to your question, you're taking the final exam next week. I would say the way the exam is set up is they're going to have a lot of questions where, you know how when you were going through the course and they would have like the little 10 question quizzes throughout the course, there's going to be questions that are identical to the previous quizzes that you took. So I would say go back through all those quizzes and just remember, make sure you understand it too, but remember what those answers were. Then also know the difference between those, like, they're going to try to throw those things at you where it's like sales cadence, sales cycle. What's the difference? Because people will be like, yeah, the sales cadence. Yeah. And it's like, I got it. And it's like, yeah, but two different things. Like, what is the sales cadence? What is the sales cycle? Know how you would use it in your actual day-to-day, like your job. Like, what is the sales cycle? How do you know how to explain that? Would you be able to write that out? Like, if you had to explain the sales cycle, it's like, okay, it's research, outreach, discovery. What does it have to do with an SDR, a BDR? It's like, well, this is the trajectory, the routine that I follow every day. I do research to research companies, outreach in order to reach out to the companies that I researched. And then, you know, for the people who were interested, I run a discovery call to discover if they're a good fit. And it's like, okay, that's a sales cycle. It's like a sales cadence. It's something completely different. Like a cadence is the rhythm, the format in which you do your outreach. So a sales cadence is only taking place within the second step in the sales cycle. You know what I mean? So it's like, you need to know your terminology. And then also, I know at the very end of the quiz, the exam, they're going to ask you to write an email. So how to write, the format of writing an email. They're going to give you like a situation, and you know how it's talking about, like, because your job is SDR, you want to know how to pull relevant information from like somebody's website or something like that, and how to put it into an email where it's like, hey, name, enter down the format of the email. Hey, or hi, name, enter down. I came across your website and noticed that you're a basketball trainer, and the company I work for, we work with yada, 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 basketball trainers to help them, yada, yada. And then, you know, they want to know, do you know the format of the email? And then when you get to basically, it's like, okay, if you're interested in discussing this further, yeah, like here's my Calendly link or whatever you say, you know, but you're entering down. And then at the end, it's like, looking forward to speaking with you, looking forward to hearing from you. And then you go under, or it's like your closer is like best, comma, space down, your name. Like, you need to know the format of an email, and that's just a professional email, honestly, probably in any industry. But yeah, so all those things, like what is a cold call? Like, you know, what are the stages of the cold call? Like, what is spin selling? Like, stuff like that. So just make sure you know that kind of stuff. But yeah, okay. So the person said, is this for tech sales? Yes, answered that already. Someone said, girl, what is your daddy name? You look like us. What? Okay, well, we might be family out here. Somebody said, I appreciate this a lot. Of course, you are welcome. Is 35 too old? 3-year car sales experience? Heck no. You are perfect for breaking into tech, especially with car sales experience. Like, you have sales experience, and you don't even need any sales experience to break into tech sales. Like, because Course Careers is going to teach you everything that you need to know. And as long as, you know, these tech companies see like, oh, this person don't got no sales experience on their resume or whatever, but they did pay $450. Well, they're not going to see this, but I'm just overly talking on the back end. But, you know, they're going to see on your LinkedIn and on your resume, like, oh, this person invested in themselves and they actually took a tech sales course. Like, and then on your resume and your LinkedIn, it's going to show what you learned in the course. Like, I learned spin selling, BANT qualification, read the book Spin Selling and Fanatical Prospecting and How to Win Friends and Influence People. And I know what cold calling is. I know what the sales cycle is. It's like, that's all going to, and Course Careers gives you all that to put on your resume and your LinkedIn. And like, you can just copy and paste it. It's like, yeah. But yeah, so the fact that you already have sales experience and being 35, like, no, that is not too old at all. That's perfect. It's literally perfect. Full stack web development courses with Bloom Tech. Okay. Full stack web development. Okay, that's interesting. Let's see. Yes, thank you. You are welcome. God bless us. Okay, that is all the questions up for now, up to date. So how long have I been on here? I think I'm gonna answer a couple more, and then if a couple more come in, you are welcome. If a couple more come in, then I'll answer you guys here, but I'm gonna probably try to get to 2 more, and then I'm gonna hop off. Let's see. What questions should I answer? Oh, somebody got one. Okay, how long did it take you to get a job after finishing the course? So last summer, I started the course on June 2nd. I finished the course on July 6th. So what is that, like a month? About a month. And then, I say this all the time, I'm probably like a bad example, because I was out here in Texas. Like I said, I'm from Southern California, but I was out here in Texas on vacation while I was doing the course. So once I finished the course, I was like, I don't want to start applying to jobs, because if I get hired, I'm going to have to start working, and I am out here on vacation, you know? So I wanted to, I took my time out in Texas to like do the course, but I didn't want to get hired right away, because I was like, I'm going to be working every day. I'm not going to be able to do nothing while I'm on vacation. So I waited. I was like, I'm going to just chill, and while I'm out here. But what I was doing though, I was like going over the material, like, so the next 3 months, so let me say that 3 months passed, but it's because I was on vacation. But within those 3 months, when I would get in my bed at night, I would like on my phone, being in course careers, I would like go through the course material, and more so towards the end, where it's like, okay, you're done with the course, pass the exam. It's like, okay, resume, LinkedIn, like interview prep and practice. It's like, I was just practicing. I'd be in my bed at night, or I would set up my phone during the day or something and be like, okay, if they ask me this question, I was on YouTube, like most asked questions. And anyways, course careers, they even give you like a whole PDF you could download of like all the questions they're going to ask you or whatever for interviewing. But anyways, I was doing interview prep, all that. And all that to say, I utilized my time even though I was on vacation. I was just trying to like build my confidence, refresh myself on the material, talk to the wall or my phone to make sure I'm speaking confidently and I can communicate, because it was a new industry for me. I was like, I'm not trying to look stupid in an interview, and I'm stumbling over my words because I don't know the terminology. I was like, I'm about to use this time to really get confident. So 3 months later, so I finished the course July 6th, June, July, August, September, October, 3 months, early October. That's when I went back home to California. And I was like, okay, vacation's over. I've been prepping all this time. I was like, it's time to start applying to jobs. So I was on LinkedIn. I started applying to jobs. I got multiple replies that were like, sorry, you're not what we're looking for. So it was like, whatever. And then, I ended up having 2 different interviews with 2 different companies, and I did not get the job. But then the third company, that I interviewed with, did the interview and went through 3 rounds of interviewing. And then I just had to wait, but I made it to the 3rd round, and they were like, yeah, we really like you. Like, we like your energy. We like this. And they thought I was a good fit, but I still had to wait. And then that was the longest few days of my life. And then I finally got the phone call, and it was from the first guy I interviewed with. And he was just like, hey, Juuna'e, so we've all, me, so-and-so and so-and-so met with you, and, we've been talking and all this stuff. And he was like, and we want to offer you the job, like for $75,000 a year. And I was like, I remember I was at my brother's house in the room, and I literally was just like, I just got a freaking job. Like, I did it. Like, I was so freaking happy. I couldn't wait to get off the phone just to record a video. And that video is still saved, like, on my Instagram, of me announcing that I got the job. Like, I was literally mind blown. Like, I officially broke into tech. Like, this is what I was working for. Like, I really did it, so it was just crazy. And so, I hope that answers your question. Let's see. Okay, somebody said, let's say you live in North Carolina, but the company is based out of California. Do you pay California taxes? I think it is based off of your location. I think it's based off of your location, where you live. Yeah, it's based off where you live. And so, and don't quote me on that either, because I'm not super sure, but I feel like that's just what I've heard. Because with me being in California, the company, they were based in Washington, D.C. And yeah, and I always wondered, I was like, I wonder if I would have been from like Washington or Texas or something like that, would they have only offered me maybe $60,000 a year or $65,000 a year? But I don't know. That's a good question. I'm going to make sure I look into that. And then tomorrow when I go live, I will add that to my list and I will have an answer for that. So if you end up looking it up, cool. But yeah, and I'm going to ask a friend of mine too and see if she knows. But anyways, yeah. What was I going to say though? You know what I've been wanting to do? I'm like, man, $75,000 a year, like California, like my rent is like $2,000. Car note, $550. I'm gonna just stop there. That's already like $2,600, like already. And that's just two bills, like rent and car note. And I'm like, I am literally right now in Texas at my friend's house. This place is way bigger than mine out here in Texas. It's a 2-bedroom. My place back at home is a 1-bedroom. This place is a 2-bedroom, way bigger than mine. And the rent here is, what is the rent? It's like $1,500. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? I'm sitting here paying $2,000 for a 1-bedroom apartment back at home, and it's nice. Like if you go to my Instagram, go to like maybe scroll down a little bit because I have been out here in Texas for like about 2 months now. But if you scroll down, like you'll see actually when I first got my apartment, because I had broken a tech and I was like, I'm making good money. Like I can live in a good neighborhood, get a new car. Like I was really making the adjustments, just certain changes, treating myself with necessities and some luxuries. Cause I was like, man, like I've been waiting for something like this, you know? So, but all that to say, you can go look at my apartment, like, and see what it looks like. Cause I record a lot of content in my apartment back at home in California, but I'm still paying $2,000, you know? And I'm like, anyway, so I was always like, man, making $75,000 a year, 80,000, whatever. Like as I keep on moving up, and it's like, if I just keep my salary and come out to Texas, I will be winning. You know what I mean? I'm like, my car note will stay the same, but it's like, if I could get, I would literally get like I'd get a house. I was about to say like a 3-bedroom. I'm like, I would just get a house. I could do that out here in Texas. I could do that right now. But California is my home, you know? I can't leave. I cannot leave. The weather is too good. You got the beach right there, the mountains right there, the desert right there. So like everything is just right in the same area. It's like I can't leave, and I can't stand humidity here in Texas, and the creatures. I can't do bugs, which if y'all have seen my other lives, you already know. I don't care if I'm on live or not. I will swipe at some creatures that's trying to fly in the way. Like we don't got a lot of bugs out back at home. All right, let me get to some more questions. Somebody said, let me go back down. Where are we at? Let's say you were in North California. Okay, that's where I left off. Somebody said, hey, are you the cat? What? That was dating that cat, Lil Loxy from the box? I don't even understand the question, but I don't understand the question. I don't think that's me though. All right. Somebody said, I'm here now from the East Coast and I hate it here. I'm here now. From the East Coast. Yeah. Yeah. And Texas is, I like Texas. It's just there's so much land and space out here where I'm like, wonder why there's so many bugs and just stuff. I mean, I've seen a snake, I've seen a frog, I've seen these big old dragonflies, I saw an armadillo. An armadillo? I'm like, I've seen too much stuff out here. It's humid constantly here in Houston. It's like, I feel like I can never like get cute. Like my hair is always in a bun, and I just feel like I'm always regular. Like, because the minute I step outside, it's like I'm not gonna straighten my hair. It's like, it's humid. Like, I feel wet and sticky all the time. I'm like, I have to take a shower. I can't just go to Target and come home and be fine. I have to take a shower. Like, if I step out the door, I have to take a shower, and that's just annoying. I'm like, I can't leave LA. All right, somebody said, what kind of tech do you do? So it's tech sales. So it's technology sales. So basically, you are selling your company's technology, the company you're working for, you are selling your company's technology to another company. So that's called B2B sales, business to business sales. And your position is a sales development representative or business development representative. Those terms are interchangeable. But yeah, that's your job. You sell your company's technology to other businesses. And what that looks like is you researching, like going on different businesses' websites, like making a log of who you're going to reach out to, and whatever your technology, whatever that technology is, whatever it solves for, you are looking at these other businesses to see like, oh, are they already using something similar to us, like a competitor? Like, would they need this? You find their pain points to be like, oh, this seems like something they'd be able to use because of X, Y, Z. And so that's how you tailor your email, or you would make a phone call if there's a number available. And there's different softwares that help you find this information, like, and all that. And then, once people respond, or they're just like, oh yeah, we've been actually looking to make that change or do that or X, Y, Z. And some people are just like, no, we're not interested. And so it's like, okay. But yeah, and then for the people who are interested, you book a meeting with them on Zoom, and you run what's called BANT qualification. So it stands for budget, authority, need, and timing. Because the difference between B2B sales, business to business sales, rather than B2C sales, which is what most of us are familiar with, a business to consumer, like an individual consumer walking into a business and the business selling to you as a consumer. Usually when in B2C sales, they don't care. Like a business trying to sell you some shoes. Like, they don't care if you have budget. Is this a good idea to buy these $200, $300, whatever dollar shoes? Like, is this going to be a good move for you? Like, they don't care about that stuff. But in B2B sales, these are bigger sales. Like in the sales, the lifespan or whatever you call it, I forget the terminology. It's longer because people are actually like, these are businesses using your technology. There's contracts involved now. It's like, you don't want to just be like, oh, they're interested, let's sell them the technology. It's like, no, we want to make sure we have that conversation about budget. Is this a good move for your guys' business? Like, let's talk about it. Like authority. Are you the right person I'm supposed to be talking to? Like, are you the decision maker? Like, need, and I'm running BANT qualification right now. Need, it's like, do y'all really need this? Or are y'all going to end up using this for like a couple months or a year, and then it's like length of contract and that was it? Like, they don't really have a need, or in timing. Like, some people might respond and be like, oh yeah, I'm interested. We've been wanting to do that. And you hop in a meeting with them and they're just like, yeah, top of 2026, like, yeah, we want to do that. And it's like, oh, okay, well, there's no point to really like entertain them at that point. It's like, that's when you be like, oh, you know what? I'm going to make a note to reach out to you around that time. But because the whole point is when someone is interested and you run that BANT qualification, the whole point is to book them with your account executive. And that's when you're done. Once you get that, like, okay, y'all got budget, like, okay, it's the right timing. Y'all are looking to do this within the next like few months. Y'all, this is a need for your company. It's like, you book it with the account executive, and the account executive, which is just your coworker who is making way more money than you. The account executive, they take it from there. They run the demo. That's when they demonstrate the product. They share their screen with the person. They show them how the product works, and they move them through negotiating the contracts and all that. But you have nothing to do with that. So you're not closing deals or anything like that. Your job is to research the company, do outreach, via social media, via phone, via email. When people are interested, discover if they are a good fit, if they're a good fit to even book them with your account executive in the first place. Are they qualified? That's when the whole budget and timing and all that. And then you book them with the account executive and your job is done. And that is what your day-to-day looks like. So somebody said, but you're not going to make 300K in Texas, but it's possible in California or Seattle. No, that is very possible. You can make 300K, not being an SDR, like a sales development representative, business development representative, that's an entry level position. So the average starting salary for that is $60,000 a year across the board, across all states. That's just the average starting salary for this position. So yeah, like I think I said this in my last live. Like I have a friend who was they got offered about $55,000 a year, and I got offered $75,000 a year, and I was looking at them like, dang, I'm glad. I mean, I was thankful I didn't get offered that. But then another friend of mine, she got offered $85,000 a year, and I was like, well, dang. And she was from Washington D.C. For the entry level position. But the fact that they always promote from within, you move up in this industry pretty fast. Within 6 months to a year, because you're always working with the account executive, like I just explained, like you're doing the research, you're reaching out, you're discovering, and then you're booking the meeting with the account executive. You work really closely with the account executive. You guys are all working the same sales cycle. You're just working one half of the sales cycle. They're working the other half of the sales cycle. They're closing the deals while you're just bringing the people in. But you work pretty closely, and they're making like $120,000, $150,000, $180,000 a year. Like they're bringing in that big money. So, and that's for when you become an account executive, but it's like you can also move up from there. You know what I mean? So it's like you can become a sales manager. It's like you learn how to negotiate your salary, how to make more money. So that is very possible within like a couple years or so. Let me see. What else we got? Somebody said, I'm trying to go all the way back to where, man, y'all are not playing. Y'all bringing in these questions. I need to move a little faster. Okay, HR will use where you live. Thank you for that. Okay, somebody answered that question. Okay, somebody said it's beautiful here in California. Yes, I can't ever leave. Okay, can your arms reach the ceiling? You look tall. You know what? That means I need to never meet nobody in person because I am short. I am 5'2.9999999. That's how tall I am. So I am not tall at all, but thank you. I will be behind the social media camera and let y'all think I'm tall, since that's what I'm looking like. All right. You in tech? Yes, I work in the tech industry. Somebody said, I'm in information systems. Hi, I'm in information systems major and work help desk. Okay, cool. Yeah, follow me. I like when people work in different departments and, I think they continue the same. Yeah, I'm in college for work as a help desk analyst. Could I get into project management? I believe so. Yeah, I think you just gotta, you need to look into like what are like the requirements for getting into project management. I'm not too familiar with that. Like I said, I usually speak on tech sales because that's just what I am familiar with and that's what I did. But honestly, ask ChatGPT. That is literally like your best friend. Or look at what other people have said on like, go on LinkedIn and like ask that question, like find other people who are in project management on LinkedIn and see like what they're saying or what their qualifications were. Like just do some research and because I don't want to like really speak on something that I'm not familiar with. Somebody said, what certs do you have, if I may ask? Course careers. So the link in my bio, if you go to the link in my bio, that's my link tree. Click on that. The very first one that's going to pop up is course careers. And course careers is like an online boot camp. It's like a mini college, where that you could finish within like a few weeks. When you finish the course, you get a certificate of completion. And that is what you will put on your resume. You can post the certificate on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn honestly is more important than your resume, because these hiring managers, they will be looking at your LinkedIn profile. Like, and yeah, when they see that certificate, they're like, oh, okay, this person took a technology sales course, or whatever career you chose through Course Careers, whatever career path you chose. And they'll be like, oh, okay. And we see what it is that they learned. Like, they really invested in themselves. Like, so it is enough. So that's all I have. Like, I do have a master's degree, but that did not, that's in clinical psychology. That did not help me at all. Like, that is not why I got hired, because I have too many connections now that I've been in tech for a while, talking to people that all they had was a high school diploma, and they are killing it in tech because they just did Course Careers and they learned the job, and they really made sure they knew what they were talking about, killed it in the interview, got hired, making $80,000, $85,000 a year, and they don't even have a bachelor's degree or an associate's. You know what I mean? And I'm sitting here with a master's degree, and I'm like, dang, I need to learn from y'all, because this is a new industry. I don't, yeah. So that didn't help me at all. It was all Course Careers. Somebody said, were you allowed to watch SpongeBob growing up? That's so random. Yeah, I was. Random, but sure. I'm very indecisive of what I want to do in tech. I'm between system admin, info, sec, and data scientist. I'm not even familiar with any of those, to be honest. I'm very indecisive of what I want to do. I mean, I'm not familiar with those, but what I can say, like I told somebody else, I would say to start connecting with people on LinkedIn. What you could do is go on LinkedIn, go on the search bar at the top, type in these career fields, and you'll end up finding people who are in those career fields. And I would say you could start your networking there. Hit them up in a DM on LinkedIn and be like, hey, I saw that you were a data scientist. Like, these are my questions, or what's it like? Or if you don't mind, like, if I wanted to ask you a couple questions about like X, Y, Z, like, you know, take your time to really do that so that you can, you know, have a peace of mind. And then based off what people that are actually working in the field are saying, make your choice from there. So let's see. Somebody said, where did you get your training? From Course Careers. It's in the link in my bio. You'll see, once you click that, you'll see it's Course Careers. And then you'll click on courses, and there's different courses that they offer, from customer success, UI, UX design, tech sales. I think they actually just put a course in there for sales engineering. They make bank. And like, when I say these prices are so affordable, the fact that I paid thousands on thousands on thousands on thousands on thousands on thousands of dollars in college back in the day to get basically the same degree, like not same degree, but to be able to do what I'm doing now. And all I paid was $450. Like, are you kidding me? Like, it's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. Like, and you can move up faster, and the investment, it doesn't even compare. But yeah, all right, let me keep going. Is 28 too old to, oh shoot, it disappeared. Let's see. Let me go back. Is 28 too old to be an intern while in college and working help desk part-time? Is 28 too old to be an intern? An intern in tech? Like, if you were to do like tech sales or something like that? Because no, there's a lot of people who start off with an internship because the whole point is to get your foot in the door. Like, you really want to get your foot in the door. And if you do start off with an internship, I would advise to try to shoot for that, getting like a full-time role. Like, but if you feel like, nah, I'm okay with doing an internship, because if you doing the internship at the exact same company compared to the full-time role, the income, the money is drastic. Like, I got my offer for $75,000 a year. If I would have been like, oh, I'm gonna just try to be an intern, I probably would have been making maybe 30, 35. Like, it's drastic. Like, but a full-time role, you're making that good money. And I'd rather do that because they train you for 3 months. That's your ramp up period. You know, like, they're going to train you regardless. So yeah. And yeah, I would say to shoot for that. But then you said while in college and working help desk. So yeah, I think because of those factors, maybe you do want to go with the internship if you feel like that would just work best with your personal schedule. So yeah. Okay, somebody said LOL 5-2. Yeah, whatever. Someone said, nah, for real, I be talking to Chat GPT like she's my whole sis. No, look, me and Chat GPT are married. Like, that's who I'm with in the bed at night. Like, that's who I'm talking to, like, throughout the day. Like, me and Chat GPT got a relationship. I just don't got the ring on my finger right now. Somebody said I'm a consultant at a tech firm. Go to the different tech meetups in your area. Yeah, for sure. All the little tech networking events, and if you can go in person, like, yeah, go and ask your questions and meet people, connect. Okay, somebody said, just want to make enough money to get out of your family's house. I've moved back, like the versatility of tech. Oh, I like the versatility of tech. I feel that a lot of people, that is a lot of people's motivation. A lot of people are still living with their parents, or they have a roommate, or they're renting out a room in somebody's house, or they are in their own place, but they're miserable because they're living paycheck to paycheck. It's like this decision, even if you don't want to work in tech, even if you say, I don't want to work in tech, like that's not my future, what I want to do. But the fact that I can invest only $450, get a job, it's like even if you work the job, be like, I'm gonna work this job for 6 months or for 1 year and I'm quitting. Like you can literally do that and be like, I just need to get my foot in the door and get this money, like to where I'm not stressed out financially. Like when I say it's literally life-changing, it's literally life-changing. And it's not just tech that does. There's a lot of jobs where you can make good money and not be stressed out financially. But in my experience, this is the fastest way that I've seen it happen. And I don't know, get rich quick scheme. It's like, no, this is not commission where you get paid when you make a sale. It's like, no, you're on salary. It's tech. It's a real job in a real tech industry. Like, and you are, like I said, on salary and you are making really good money. You got health benefits and all of that. Like, so when you get in tech, you're probably not going to want to leave tech because you're going to see like how beautiful it is over here. It's really nice over here. Let's see. Somebody said, girl, yes, I got my psych bachelor's and now getting a is degree bachelor. I think I got a little lost in your wording, but you said you got your psych bachelor's. Okay. Well, hey, we got the same degree. Can you be a felon at work and work in tech, I think is what you're saying. I'm not really sure, but I know who to ask to get that information. So I will find out. Cause I think they do a background check. I mean, I don't know. I would need to find that out. If somebody, already knows that answer, then, feel free to put it in the chat. But I know who to ask to get that information. So I will find out and I will mention it in my live tomorrow. Okay, let's keep going. I'm trying to catch up. Y'all going in. Let me see. Here we go. How did you get started and are you at or near 6 figures? How did I get started? I did course careers, like I said. If I have to literally say it within 60 seconds, I will say that I was working in the mental health field at first and got my master's degree in clinical psychology to be a marriage and family therapist. Chose to leave that field to break into tech. How I broke into tech, I went through course careers, which is the link in my bio. You'll see course careers. I did a course through course careers, the technology sales course. Started that June 2nd of last year, finished on July 6th. Took 3 months off because I was on vacation. Started interviewing in October, landed a position. My first day was November 1st. My offer was for $75,000 a year. And that is how I broke into the tech industry. Yeah, you said, am I at or near 6 figures? Definitely near. And I plan to be way over very, very soon because I got stuff cooking. Like I am strategizing like with just a lot of stuff. Really leveraging my brand and my career in tech in order to make more money. on the back end. You know what I mean? So yeah. And then if I decide to like, I'll be thinking about it. I'm like, should I try to be an account executive? I'm not there yet. I don't think I want to do that. Okay, let's keep going. Somebody said, yes, my manager makes $150,000 and he was arrested when he was young. Okay. I would still say that, you know, keep doing some research or whatever, but this is definitely helpful. This is one piece of information, but yeah, keep on like looking and asking around about that question. And I'll still, you know, ask as well. All right, let's keep going. Okay. Do you just find events on Eventbrite? Events like tech events, like networking? If you go on LinkedIn and you type in like networking events or like tech events or conferences, or follow people that, I don't know, like people that are going to tech, like follow tech organizations, like for example, like Afrotech. We were talking about that earlier. You can go on Instagram, type in Afrotech. But there's a lot of tech conferences. Like you could type in on Google, ChatGPT, whichever. Like type in like tech networking event near me coming up. And people post about it all the time on the internet. So you can find one local to you and register and you can go. And, you know, just get your feet wet. Like go just to go. Just to put yourself in the environment. I plan to start doing that once I get back out to LA. I haven't been to one yet, and I want to host one. I'm planning for one. I'm going to host like a tech event and get some speakers, like with the different people I've networked with, have them come out. And I plan to do that next year, but I also want to go to some within this upcoming year. So yeah, I haven't even been to one myself. So someone said, yes, leveraging Facebook groups and LinkedIn is also helpful for sure. Yeah. Someone said, I feel like I want to be a UI UX designer. One of my friends does it and just stays home and smokes. I mean, yeah, literally I started the UI UX design course. It's been on pause because I was like, okay, I've been working in tech sales, but I'm like, I think I want to try UI UX design. So for the past like month, I've been doing the course. Like I paid for the course, which is through Course Careers, link in my bio. But yeah, like it's on pause because I've been focused on a lot of other things that I think is more priority, especially because I'm not like needing to rush through this, I guess. So, but yeah, if you want to do UI UX design, like I would say do the, well, you already have a friend that's in it. So yeah, like ask them 1,000,001 questions, pick their brain, how they like it, what they're getting paid, what their day-to-day looks like and all of that. And then, Course Careers does offer a UI UX design course. So if you decide to do that, then yeah. Okay, somebody's cracking up laughing. All right. Miss GPT. I should say, that's funny. Yes, I should say, I did say that earlier, huh? Yeah, ChatGPT is, yes, my AI bae for real. Yes. Someone said I'm a senior consultant and senior UI UX designer. Nice. Okay. I might have to interview you at some point. Nice. Everyone's selling something. Okay. I low-key just want to design, be artsy, design, and even work at video game companies. Yeah. If you want to design, I would say look into, UI UX design, like you said a few comments ago. Especially if that's your personality. If you're like, I'm not really a salesperson. I don't really want to get into tech sales, but I want to design. Like, you got to do what fits your personality and what you want to like, do for the long run. Okay. Am I catching up at all? Okay. So which company are you working for? I choose not to give that information out. Ignore the haters. Girl, you killing it. Appreciate it. I just hit me that I actually work in tech. I'm a help desk analyst, and it only took me 3 months. Hunt. Yeah, cool. Nice. Okay, somebody said, no, I just joined at the end of your story. That's how I broke into tech. Dang. Well, look, these are all on YouTube. So if you go to my bio on here, yeah, like I post these lives